story time. Just wanted to give you guys a quick story, and this story is about me. So I started my bookkeeping business back in 2015, and I built it. I was consistently putting money away every single month, and I started really looking at my numbers. Everything was doing good. COVID happened in 2019 into 2020. And at that time, a lot of people were losing because they shut us down. But my business was booming. So I saved even more. And then they gave us the PPP loans. So I received that, and I didn't put any of my employees on unemployment. I paid them their regular check, and I used the PPP loan for what they gave it to me for. But at the same time, I was still making money. So everything was going good. I even took a SBA loan, that was there, and I figured I would use it and then pay it off before that time period, with the interest and everything. So most of my business accounts were sitting pretty. And so after COVID, it was very hard for, at that time, my husband to find a job because nobody was really hiring. And he, me and him sat down, we talked, and we said we were gonna just start his own business. And we started the trucking company. So we went and we took out a loan for the truck because I didn't want to use up everything that I had. So he looked for the truck, we got the truck, and then one of my clients, we used his authority, and just worked under him because we could get money faster, and then we didn't have to go on the boards like we were new or whatever. He was already established. So we started the business. He got the truck. We got on the load board. We started making money. The first 2 months, it was really, really good. The money was coming in and things were going good, but the truck broke down. So when the truck broke down, the first time that it broke down, it costed us about $5,000 or $6,000. So it wasn't a real problem. And so then he started working, and then the fuel started to go up, but the loads and what they were paying the drivers was going down, right? So now we're still not making a lot of money. And on top of that, we have to pay the truck note, okay? And the truck note was like $2,000. Then we had to pay the insurance. It was a lot. So every month, or every week when he got paid, we would get the invoices. And I just noticed that on the invoices, if he made $6,000 or $7,000 out of that, we were only getting like maybe 2,000 of it because we had to pay all of those expenses, and it became a lot. So then the truck broke down again and again and again. One time, I don't think that he made any money for almost 6 months because the truck kept breaking down. And so at this time, I'm chiseling away at all my savings, to try to keep the truck going, because I kept saying, okay, it's going to get better. It's worse before it gets better, And so I kept pouring into it. And then we got back up, and you would think that he was going to make money. We got the car fixed and the truck fixed and everything. The engine goes out. That costed so much money. So in the process of us, getting the truck fixed, that was a lot, And so the person that we drove for, he helped us get the truck fixed. And then we had a loan out with him. So then we had to pay the loan. On top of that, we had opened up a Kenworth parts and account. So we was paying them too because they fixed the truck a couple of times. And then the killing part was they would fix it and then something else would happen. And so I started questioning them, like, when you fix that, you're going to tell me that you didn't see that this was wrong too? It's almost like you were deliberately putting us in a situation, where we ended up having to pay you guys more money. So then we got into it with the people that we got the truck loan through. To me, it just, after I started like looking at everything, I filled out a complaint with the Better Business Bureau. I started the complaint with the Attorney General, with Kenworth, because ultimately a lot of people that was buying those trucks, they were having the same problem. So to me, this is a problem with Kenworth, because you're selling lemons and you're putting all of these people in debt, and then and that the trucks are not good. So we went through that. But my husband, he wanted to keep working because men want to provide for their family. So he's like, we're going to make this work. Let's try it. In the process of me doing that, I lost everything, to the point where my business started suffering. I got a 5-day notice put on my door because I wasn't able to pay the rent here. And so I regrouped. I went back and I looked at everything that I had done. And I wrote it down. And then I put a plan together to get myself out of that. And I turned it around. It took me approximately 6 months to turn it around. And ever since then, it was a lesson for me that I can't take this business to try to run another business. And that's what I did. And this is one of the business mistakes that most of us make, because a lot of us want multiple streams of revenue. It's common. Everybody will go out there and they will open up multiple businesses and they'll do things like this. And it's natural because you want multiple streams of revenue. But that was a classic mistake of taking one business and trying to fund another one. And I learned from that. And every day I look at things are totally different. And this is what Business Fumbles is supposed to do. It's supposed to make you wiser. It's supposed to open your eyes and make you look at things that you never looked at before. So make sure that you guys hit the follow button. Make sure that you guys go out and buy my book, Business Fumbles, because it has stories just like these, and these are true stories. Even though the names might be fictional and the stories might be a little bit elaborated on, these are real stories that happen and that will help you and show you the things not to do.